Hey everyone, welcome to Indie Studio and welcome to the brand new tutorial for Photoshop, and this might be a most easiest tutorial I have ever made. So with that note, let's jump into the tutorial. So first thing first, let's create a composition. So for that, press Ctrl N and I'll just go for 1350 over 1080. Just click on create and let's just turn off these guides for now. I don't want those guides. Let's make it a full size. Now let's create a solid and I'll just go for some darker color, and now let's drag and drop this PNG over here. Control T, let's make it a little smaller. Maybe let's keep it somewhere over here. Alright, now let's make a copy. Control J, Control T, let's bring it somewhere over here. Alright, now let's drag and drop this image over here. Okay, and I'll just keep it under this one and right click, create clipping mask so that it will stay over here. So Control T, let's make it a little smaller, and yep, maybe somewhere around here. And now let's drag and drop this image over here, and I'll just keep it over here. Right click, create to clipping mask, and let's make it a little smaller, and yep, maybe something like that. And let's drag and drop this another image over here, and I'll keep it all the way to the bottom. Alright, now Control T, let's make it a little smaller. Alright, now let's Control J to make a copy, then select this layer, Control T, right click, and let's wrap it. Let's stick some part outside like that. Now same thing, let's select this layer, Control J to make a copy, and select the bottom layer, Control T, right click, wrap, and let's make it something like that. Alright, now let's create one more layer. Go to brush and let's go for some darker brush. Yep, now let's add something like that. Let's keep it all the way to the bottom. Yeah, and let's make some kind of a dark part over here too. Now let's decrease the opacity a little bit. Now let's add some text. Let's make it T, and let's make a copy, Alt and drag. Let's make a copy again. Let's make one more copy. So VR cover, Control T, let's make it bigger. Let's keep it over here. Let's make a copy, Control J, let's keep it, move it somewhere over here, and let's add another text. So Alt and drag. Now let's create Eclipse. Let's add Eclipse, and for this one I want to kind of fill, and I don't want a stroke. Now let's Alt and drag to make a copy, and again Alt and drag. Let's make a copy. Select all this, Alt and drag, and let's make a copy. Select all those, Alt and drag. Yep, maybe something like that. Now select all these Eclipse. Let's make a group, Control G, and let's make a copy of that group. So Control J, Control T, let's make it a way smaller. And let's keep it over here and let's drop down the opacity. Same thing, let's drop down the opacity a little bit. Now go over here, add a rectangle, so something like that shape. And for this one, let's change the fill to black and let's change the stroke to 0. And now let's make a copy, Alt and drag, Alt, drag, one more copy, maybe one more. Alright, now select all these rectangles, Control G, make a group, make a copy, Control J. Just hide this group for now and right click, merge the group, and let's go to filter, go to liquify, and let's increase the brush size and let's make it let's make some kind of shapes, maybe something like that. Alright, and let's bring it under this layer, maybe somewhere over here. Control T, let's keep it somewhere over here, and let's change the color overlay to a little lighter color. Yep, maybe something like that. And now let's make a one more copy, Control J, Control T, let's rotate it and let's keep it somewhere over here. Now let's add a hue and saturation and let's drop down the saturation and let's add a curve. We make a contrast and let's increase the shadow just to give a kind of retro feel. And let's drag and drop this texture over here and let's change the blending mode to screen, Control T. Let's make it a little smaller. Alright, maybe let's drop down the opacity a little bit and go over here, add a curve, click on this icon and let's make it a little darker. Yep, maybe something like that. And now let's merge all these layers, so Control Shift Alt E, go to filter, go to camera raw filter and let's go to the detail, increase the noise reduction a little bit, add a sharpening, increase clarity, increase texture, and let's go back to the effect tab and let's add some grains. Maybe this is too much, maybe somewhere over around here, and let's drop down and add a vignetting and let's click OK. So that's the wrap up for today's video, and this is how you can easily create a retro design in Photoshop. So hope you guys learned something new from this video, and see you guys in the next video.